Hey, here's the reality. Most of you leaders, you're stuck in a cycle, a bad cycle at this point. You're working those 50, 60-hour weeks. You're the go to person in every situation. Your team, they can't function without you. And when you finally get home, you're exhausted. You have nothing else to give to yourself or your family. And you tell yourself, once I get through this quarter, or once I get through this project, it'll get better. But it never does. You're lying to your damn self. And guess what? That's not leadership. That's survival mode at its worst. And the worst part, you know you're capable of more. There's more inside of you. And you know your team is capable of more. But you don't have the system to get there. That's where my time freedom formula comes in. I'm Myles Threatt. And I'm going live tomorrow night. And I want to teach you something that's really been on my mind and my heart. Because there's a lot of you leaders out there, you're really struggling right now. If you're in the operations leadership, supply chain, or running a team somewhere, maybe that entrepreneur trying to get that business to the next level. But you're constantly in firefighter mode. You put out the same fires over and over and over again. And you just can't seem to get ahead. This is for you. I'm going to break down the time freedom formula for you and how it connects to my book, The Adaptive Edge, Leading with Purpose in Turbulent Times. No fluff, no BS, just straight talk about how you can lead without burning out. See, the time freedom formula is pretty simple. It's built on 3 pillars. The first pillar is clarity. You need to know exactly what matters right now. Most of you, you're drowning in all those tasks, that to-do list, and it keeps adding up. And I imagine your calendar is probably pretty full of a lot of meetings, and most of those meetings are a waste of your fucking time. You're busy, but not productive at all. Clarity means you know your top 3 priorities, and we'll talk about those. That first one is you. That's right, you come first. We'll talk about your team, and we'll talk about that business, those goals, and help you ruthlessly eliminate everything that is standing in your way right now. And if it doesn't lead you towards your legacy, it is a distraction. And we'll figure out a way to help you remove it. The next pillar is systems. See, you can't scale yourself. You can only scale systems. And if your team can't make decisions, they don't have a leadership problem. You have a system problem right now. Systems are what allows you to delegate, to trust your team, and to step back without everything falling apart. How would that feel right now? And this is where most leaders fail. They think they need to work harder. And what they really need to do is build better systems. And we'll dive into that. After we work on building some of those systems, the next pillar is going to be delegation. And here's the hard truth. And you really need to listen to this truth. You're holding on to too many things that you shouldn't be doing. And I know, maybe it's because you think you can do it faster. And you're pretty damn good at it. And you've proven that over the years. You need to let that shit go. Maybe it's because you just don't trust your team or anybody else to do it. Maybe it's because you've never been taught how to even delegate effectively. But if you want that time freedom, you're going to have to let go. And you're going to have to empower your team to lead without you. I know that sounds pretty fearful to most of you right now. Lead without you. And that's the formula. Clarity, systems, delegation. And when you get it right, you're going to move from that firefighting mode to your legacy building mode. Now, the time freedom formula is just one piece of the puzzle. But if you want to go deeper and you want to learn how to lead in the midst of all the chaos, through the changes, and through the kind of turbulence that most leaders right now aren't prepared for, that's where my book, The Adaptive Edge, comes in. See, I wrote this book after spending 15 plus years in operations leadership on the nonprofit and the for-profit side. A lot in the manufacturing space. And I've trained thousands of leaders over the years. And I've seen what works and what doesn't. And there's a lot of shit out there that ain't working right now. Because there's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of turbulence in this world. And here's what I know. Leaders who survive it and thrive in these turbulent times, they're the ones that adapt. They don't cling to that old playbook, those best practices that are so out of date that you keep leaning on. They don't wait for things to get back to normal because there ain't going to be no normal. They adjust. They evolve. They lead with purpose, even when everything around them is in chaos. The Adaptive Edge breaks it down in my ADAPT model framework. The exact system I use to help leaders grow their business, develop their work, lead their teams. And if you're tired of feeling like you're one step behind, this book will give you the tools to help you get ahead right now. So here's what I have for you. And here's what I want you to do. Go to Amazon, order your copy of the book, read it, apply it. If it helps you, give it 5 stars. Help me reach out to other leaders. Second thing you can do is type ADAPT in the comments and join me tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for the Time Freedom Formula Live. And I'll walk you through those 3 pillars and help you build your life and build that legacy and find that time freedom. Look, this leadership thing, it don't have to be hard. You don't have to sacrifice yourself, your health, your family, your future, or your sanity right now to be successful. You just need the right framework, the right system, and the right support. And that's what I do. That's what this adaptive edge is all about. And that's what the time freedom formula will do for you. Thank you for being here. Now lead with purpose, and I'll see you tomorrow night.